asking about, because we talked earlier about the run protocol and Agoric, and people were asking, there's some stuff also on Twitter going on, if the Luna model is sustainable in the longer term with UST and the whole mint and burn stuff. So do you have any thoughts on that, either of you?
Yeah, I mean, sustainable on how long time frames? Is the US dollar sustainable? I mean, it's been around for a while. We don't know if it'll be sustainable for how long. I mean, okay, my thing is generally, I think that the Terra model is the closest thing I've seen to like a fiat currency on the blockchain, which is, but for what it's worth, I love fiat currency. I think fiat is like such an amazing invention that like solves so many problems in monetary economics. But the thing with fiat currency is, historically they end in one of two ways, which is they implode and like blow up, or they get into this like endless growth cycle where they become as big as the US dollar. And there's like, I don't know, Terra, I don't know which one Terra will do. I think the thing that is very obvious to me is that at some point, look, I think the right goal for Terra is to at some point depeg from the US dollar. So the one beautiful thing about stable coins is that you don't have to be based off of like, you can bootstrap by being pegged to the dollar, but eventually I think the whole point of all of this is to create a new unit of account. And you want to like peg to a new, index of value somehow other than the US dollar. And I think that's what they need to do. I will say I think Anchor is definitely a little bit of a risk. I think that like I think Anchor's like 20% guaranteed return is a potential risk to Terra, and I don't know what they're planning on doing. If I was them, I would be planning on like slowly winding that back. Be like, okay, over the next 6 months, we're gonna slowly decrease that yield down from 20% to something more reasonable. And it's also a bit challenging because of the existence of Anchor makes it hard to do other things with UST, because you have to match that rate of return. Because like, for example, we're building Isotonic as a lending protocol on Osmosis. But no one's going to do UST deposits into Isotonic unless it beats the 20% return of Anchor, which is like, it makes it, in a way, it's almost like shooting themselves in the foot a little bit when it comes to growing encouraging other protocols to use. Their end goal is to get as many protocols to use UST as possible. And the fact that it makes it hard for us to use UST because we have to beat that 20% rate of return, I think is an issue in the long term. And so I imagine that will have to go down eventually. And
Yeah, it will be interesting. I think only time will tell where it's going, but so far they have had huge success and absolutely killed it with the mint and burn model.
Yeah, I think it's definitely the most like, it's the model that gives you the most flexibility out of any stablecoin.
It was really funny when Ohm was huge. I was like, isn't Terra kind of like an Ohm already? And like, aren't they already doing this better than everyone else? And like, yeah, they kind of are, and I think they'll kind of continue to do that. They have an incredible set of backers, and I think that is a huge piece of success in that market.
Yeah.